Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine a place that truly embodies India's incredible diversity. A region with roots stretching back to the Stone Age, a celebrated golden age of prosperity, and a really vibrant modern identity. It's known both as the rice bowl of its state and the city of handloom. Plus, it's home to what's been called the world's largest open-air theater. Sounds like a place just brimming with fascinating layers, doesn't it? Today, we're taking a deep dive into the captivating region of Bargarh, nestled deep in the heart of western Odisha, India. And we've gathered a really rich stack of sources for this exploration, everything from ancient historical accounts, detailed economic reports, insightful travel guides, and deep cultural studies. Quite a mix.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it, how these diverse sources paint such a comprehensive picture. It lets us move beyond just, geographical coordinates. They really reveal Bargar as this vibrant, living hub of history, industry, culture, and honestly, some surprising natural beauty, too. Our mission in this deep dive is to extract those essential nuggets of knowledge, give you a shortcut, really, to being well-informed about this remarkable part of the world, kind of connecting the dots that might otherwise remain unseen.
Get ready for some surprising facts and hopefully some genuine aha moments. Because Bargar is far more complex and captivating than maybe first impressions might suggest. We're about to explore why it's such a unique and significant region. So, as we embark on this journey, what does Bargar fundamentally mean for understanding India's diverse and layered tapestry? Right, let's kick off our exploration by setting the foundational scene for Bargar itself. What's its core identity and why does it hold such vital importance for Odisha?
Okay, well, Bargar is, at its very core, a pivotal administrative and economic center in western Odisha. It serves as the administrative headquarters of the Bargarh district. That immediately tells you something about its importance in terms of governance and regional influence, right?
Absolutely.
But beyond that official role, it carries some truly telling, uh, evocative nicknames. It's widely known as Batahandi, which literally translates to the rice bowl of Odisha. And this isn't just some quaint title. It powerfully reflects its immense agricultural productivity, particularly in rice.
Right, the foundation.
Exactly. It forms the very foundation of its economy, feeds a significant portion of the state. Then you'll also frequently hear it called the city of handloom. And this is crucial because it's deeply associated with the globally recognized Sambelpuri sari, a textile art form that truly originated here.
Ah, okay. So agriculture and craft right from the start.
Precisely. Those two nicknames alone hint at this multifaceted identity, both an agricultural backbone and a cultural beacon of traditional craft.
Yeah.
Population-wise, Bargarh town had well over 80,000 residents back in 2011, so it's one of Odisha's more significant urban centers. And interestingly, as a testament to its civic progress, maybe a forward-thinking approach, it was recognized as the fastest-moving city in its category for the East Zone in the Swachh Sarbekin 2022 awards.
Oh, the big national cleanliness survey.
That's the one. India's comprehensive annual cleanliness survey for urban sanitation. So that recognition highlights a commitment to development and improving quality of life.
That's a strong initial picture, a significant growing hub. But, in today's interconnected world, a place is really defined by how it links up with the broader landscape. How does this vital rice bowl and city of handloom connect to the rest of India? What's the connectivity look like?
Yeah, good question. You might think Western Odisha is a bit off the beaten path, but actually, Bargarh is surprisingly well connected, makes it remarkably accessible. By road, it's extremely well integrated into the national network. The district headquarters sits right on National Highway 6.
Okay, NH6, that's the big one, right? Kolkata to Mumbai.
Exactly. A major artery linking two of India's largest metropolitan areas and economic powerhouses. So that's a direct, crucial link. Plus, National Highway 26 also originates here, efficiently connecting Bargarh to nearly all the districts of southern Odisha. So that dense road network helps both commerce and travel.
Makes sense. What about railways?
Also pretty good. Bargarh Road Railway Station code BRGA is an important node on the Jharsuguda-Vizianagaram line. It falls under the Sambelpur Railway Division of the East Coast Railway, and it's conveniently just 4 kilometers off the main town center. And from there, you can find direct train connections to a multitude of major Indian cities.
Like where?
Oh, all over. Regional capitals like Bhubaneswar and Sambelpur, of course. Major hubs like Raipur, Visakhapatnam, Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, Kochi. Industrial centers like Ranchi, Asansol, Kolkata, and even major western cities like Varanasi, Ahmedabad, Surat, and Mumbai. That comprehensive rail link really cements its significance as a logistical and economic hub.
Okay, so road and rail are strong. Air travel.
Right, air travel. Bargarh doesn't have its own airport right in town, but it's reasonably served by three relatively nearby regional airports. You've got Raipur in Chhattisgarh, that's roughly 220 kilometers away. Bhubaneswar in Odisha, about 350 kilometers. And Jharsuguda, also in Odisha, is the closest at around 110 kilometers. So whether by road, rail, or air, Bargarh is far from isolated. It's a truly integrated part of India's network.
That level of connectivity certainly paints a picture of a dynamic region. But beyond the infrastructure and economy, the true soul of any region lies with its people. So, who are the diverse communities that call Bargarh home? What unique cultural and linguistic threads weave their collective identity?
Yeah, the demographic landscape of Bargarh is quite interesting, really diverse. It reflects centuries of migration, settlement, cultural intermingling. The majority of the population speaks Odia. That's the official language of Odisha, obviously. But there's also a notable presence of the Marwari community. They've historically migrated and established themselves as, well, significant contributors to the region's commerce.
Ah, okay. A common pattern in many parts of India.
It is. And within the Odia-speaking population, you find several major communities with deep generational roots in the area. These include the Kultas, the Dumals, the Agarias, the Bulia or Meher community, and the Teli. The Kultas and Dumals, for instance, are considered offshoots of the original Chasa, or agrarian community. Apparently, they share striking similarities in rituals and deities with the Kandayats of the coastal region, which suggests a common historical lineage tied to land and cultivation.
Interesting. What about the others? Bulias and Adarias.
Right. The Bulias are known for their weaving skills, ties into that city of handloom identity again. They were historically encouraged to settle in the region by various rulers, though the exact timeline is a bit debated. The Agarias, on the other hand, have a fascinating origin story. They're said to have migrated from the Mughal Empire's capital, Agra.
From Agra, really?
Yeah. The story goes they were specifically brought in to establish and strengthen the cultivator community, particularly at a time when the Kultas might have been engaged in part-time Kshaudra, or, warrior duties. It shows a kind of historical division of labor.
Wow, that really highlights its long-standing role as an agricultural and cultural melting pot.
Exactly. And linguistically, Bargarh town, based on 2011 data, is quite multilingual. Interestingly, Sambalpuri, which is a distinct local language.
Right, not just a dialect of Odia.
Well, it's often considered a separate language, though closely related. And it's actually spoken by a slight majority in the town, just over 41%, almost neck and neck with Odia, the state language, which is just over 40%. Then Hindi makes up a notable 12%, probably reflecting the Marwari presence and broader national connections. And you also have smaller percentages of Urdu, Telugu, and other languages making up the rest. This blend of tongues really showcases the region's deeply diverse cultural fabric.
Okay, so we've established Bargarh's identity as the Rice Bowl, and you said that's not just a poetic name, it means it's an agro-industrial powerhouse. How does that translate into its economic landscape? What truly drives its prosperity?
Yeah, indeed. Bargarh's economic backbone is firmly rooted in its agricultural strength, specifically that intense rice production, which earned it the Rice Bowl moniker. Agriculture remains the primary occupation for a vast number of its residents, directly supporting livelihoods right across the district. But the economic story doesn't stop there. Bargarh is also endowed with significant natural resources, particularly minerals. Back in 2010-2011, it produced a substantial 1.1 million tons of limestone.
Wow, that's a lot of limestone.
It is. And while the data for China clay and graphite is a bit older, from 2009-2010, they were equally impressive. China clay production hit 6.2 million tons, and graphite was over 8 million tons. These aren't just raw materials. These quantities signify Bargarh's pivotal role as a foundational resource hub for industries across India. It really cements its position as a mineral powerhouse, alongside its agricultural might.
That's an impressive volume of minerals. How does that resource base translate into actual local industry beyond just extraction? Does it feed local manufacturing, or is it primarily exported raw? And what about its forest resources? How do they contribute?
That's a crucial question. While some minerals are certainly exported, their presence also fuels local processing and related industries, like cement production, creating value within the district. Now, forest resources. The total forest area covers just over 1,200 square kilometers. That's about 20.8% of its total geographical area. And it's actually a bit lower than the state average and the ideal 30%, which probably indicates some historical pressure from demand for fuel wood, fodder, timber over time.
Makes sense. What are the main products?
The major forest product commercially is kendu leaf. That's highly sought after for rolling bidis, traditional Indian cigarettes. Other things like timber, firewood, fodder are present, but their industrial use is currently negligible, according to the sources. However, there are also valuable minor forest products, mahua, tamarind, bahada, harida. While maybe not huge commercially right now, their existence points to clear untapped potential for processing, especially for Ayurvedic medicine manufacturing, essential oils, even cosmetics.
Ah, okay. So potential for future value-added industries there.
Definitely. Hints at opportunities for sustainable industries leveraging those natural gifts.
Well, we have a strong agricultural base, mineral wealth, and some intriguing potential in forest products. How does this translate into the industrial landscape and employment figures? What does Bargarh's industrial sector truly look like?
Okay, the industrial landscape is characterized by a significant number of small-scale industries, SSIs. They are the real backbone of employment, alongside a few larger and medium-sized enterprises. For that 2010-2011 period again, the figures show SSIs provided jobs for, wow, 8,157 people. Large and medium industries, fewer in number, still employed 417 individuals. So clearly SSIs are the primary engine of industrial employment and local economic vitality.
Then, in fact,
In terms of investment, SSIs attracted nearly 100 million rupees, that's Rs, 906.68 lakhs. Medium and large-scale industries saw investment over 170 million rupees Rs, 138.09 lakhs. The district also strategically has one designated industrial area, which is key for fostering further growth. Looking historically, the trends show fluctuating but consistently significant growth. By 2010-2011, the total number of registered industrial units had passed 1,000, reaching 5077, and these collectively employed almost 10,600 people with a total investment over 58 million rupees Rs, 851.4 lakhs. So a steady increase over the years, showing a dynamic and expanding industrial base.
let's zoom in on that industrial picture. Are there specific clusters that really define Bargarh's industrial identity? And what stories of success or maybe struggle emerge from them?
Absolutely. The most prominent industrial cluster in Bargarh is, without a doubt, the rice mill cluster. Makes perfect sense, right? Given the rice bowl identity. Principal products here are naturally rice, but also valuable byproducts like rice bran oil and husk, getting the most out of the crop.
Efficient. How big is this cluster?
It's pretty big. It boasts an impressive 150 functional units, and they contribute to a massive collective turnover of around 1,000 crores, that's about 10 billion rupees. What's even more significant is its export capacity. Estimated exports reach 120 crores, mostly through agents, extending Bargarh's reach. And it's a huge employer, provides livelihoods for approximately 12,000 people. The average investment in plant and machinery per unit is about 2 crores, so these are decent-sized operations.
Sounds like a real success story. Any challenges mentioned?
Oh yes, it's not without its challenges. Major issues identified include a pressing need for technology upgrades, better access to credit for expansion and modernization, inadequate infrastructure, like storage facilities, and critically irregular power supply. These are common hurdles for industrial growth in many regions, unfortunately.
Right, the infrastructure bottlenecks. Was anything being done about that?
Well, to address some of these issues, a common facility center, a CFC, for rice bran oil production, along with a testing laboratory, was strategically set up. This was done with support from the Ministry of MSME and the state's Industries Department. This CFC, which was expected to be operational by August 2012, according to the source, aimed to mitigate some challenges and boost the cluster's efficiency and quality.
It's clear that Bargarh has a strong existing industrial base. With such a dynamic environment, I'm curious, what opportunities are entrepreneurs seeing for new businesses, for MSMEs to emerge and thrive here?
There's tremendous identified potential for new MSMEs across a remarkably wide array of sectors. It reflects its diverse resources and growing economy. The district seems to have a clear vision for strategically expanding its industrial footprint beyond just rice milling, aiming for a more diversified, resilient future.
Like what specifically? You mentioned food processing.
Oh, yeah. Think comprehensive food and agricultural processing. The possibilities listed are extensive. Everything from mechanized biscuit production, vermicelli, dull milling, further development of rice bran oil, cattle and poultry feed, advanced seed processing units, packaged drinking water. Cold storage facilities are a high priority, obviously. Beyond that, spices grinding, popular snacks like potato chips, vujia mixture, even advanced ventures like pulp and juice concentrates, tomato paste, tissue culture, dehydrated vegetables, nibasan plants, vermicompost, packaged atta, better food packaging, groundnut decortication, mushroom cultivation. It's a huge list.
That's an incredibly comprehensive list just for food and agriculture. What about other types of manufacturing or even service industries?
Right, outside of agro-processing, there's potential identified for diverse other manufacturing. This includes products like polyleaf cups and plates, baiters, paper cup plates, exercise books, bookbinding, envelopes, hydrated lime, calcium nitrate, sisal plantation and rope making, corrugated fiberboard, gudaku, quite varied. And for ancillary and downstream industries, the ones that support larger operations, they see opportunities for insulated tapes, alum PVC tapes, paints, general machine parts, various industrial acids, soda ash, limestone powder, common salt, laminated hessian bags, lime, leather, hand gloves, suggests a growing industrial ecosystem.
So, a whole supply chain developing. What about smaller businesses, retail, services?
Yeah, in small-scale business enterprises, the potential covers fundamental services and retail for a growing population. Hardware shops, grocery shops, supermarkets, bookstalls, piggery, industrial consultancy, various servicing industries, advertising agencies, modern laundry and dry cleaning, X-ray clinics, even teleprinter fax services mentioned in the source, which might be a bit dated but shows the breadth. This shows demand for both essential goods and modern services as the region develops. And tourism-based industries are clearly seen as a major growth area, leveraging Bargarh's natural and cultural assets.
Like hotels and...
Exactly, development of hotels, motels, wayside amenities for travelers, transport and telecommunication to support tourism infrastructure. Multi-purpose shopping complexes, entertainment centers, even professional color film processing labs were mentioned.
It truly sounds like fertile ground for entrepreneurs across various sectors. Are there any particular items or sectors that stand out with even greater scope for growth, maybe tied to Bargarh's unique strengths?
Absolutely. When looking at items with greater scope, several stand out for high growth potential. Plantation and extraction of herbal and Ayurvedic medicine and cosmetics that links back to those minor forest products we discussed. Mineral and packaged drinking water, potato chips, given the agricultural base, and crucially, handloom fabrics, including ready-made fancy garments and utility handicraft items, are highlighted. That reinforces the city of handloom identity and builds on established expertise.
Makes perfect sense. Anything else?
Yes, also ice plants and cold storage, vital for agriculture and food processing, agricultural implements, ferric alum, fly ash bricks using industrial byproducts sustainably, cattle and poultry feed, and beedi manufacturing. It's a diverse list, showing a strategic, multi-pronged approach leveraging both traditional strengths and new opportunities.
With all this potential, what kind of support is available for aspiring entrepreneurs looking to set up these MSMEs in Bargarh? It sounds like they'd need quite a bit of guidance navigating all this.
Yeah, and the district seems to have a very well-structured support system. Various agencies provide specialized and comprehensive assistance. This includes vital help with getting provisional and permanent registration certificates through the District Industry Center, basically, getting your business started officially. For guidance, assistance is available for identification of project profiles, techno-economic consultancy, market surveys from organizations like the MSME Development Institute.
What about space and funding? Always key issues.
Right. Land and industrial sheds can be acquired through IDCO, the Odisha Industrial Infrastructure Development Corporation. For crucial financial assistance, entrepreneurs can approach commercial banks, the Odisha State Financial Corporation, or the National Small Industries Corporation, multiple avenues for funding. Even procurement of raw materials under government supply is facilitated by agencies like the Orissa Small Industries Corporation, and acquiring plant and machinery on a hire purchase basis. The National Small Industries Corporation is a key resource there.
Okay, so practical help with the physical setup and finance. What about know-how and quality?
Essential utilities like power and electricity are managed by Guy ID Help. Technical know-how and expertise are available from the MSME Development Institute and District Industry Center, plus private business development service providers. For product quality, quality and standard assistance comes from the MSME DI and the Bureau of Indian Standards. And finally, for reaching markets, marketing export assistance is provided by MSME DI and various export promotion agencies. Plus, other promotional agencies like Handicrafts and Cottage Industries and the Directorate of Textiles offer specialized support too. It really seems like a comprehensive ecosystem designed to nurture and grow new businesses.
Okay, we've explored Bargarh's economic future, but what truly underpins its unique character isn't just industry or agriculture. It's the living artistry of its handloom. It's truly the city of handloom, isn't it? Can you tell us more about this rich heritage that defines so much of the region?
It absolutely is. And the very heart of this heritage is the Sambalpuri Bastralaya Handloom Cooperative Society Ltd. This isn't just any organization. It was established way back in 1954, right here in Bargarh. And it's since evolved into an apex body in Odisha under the Handlooms, Textiles, and Handicraft Department. Its significance is hard to overstate. culturally and economically.
How so? What does it actually do?
Well, it functions as this formidable production-cum-marketing unit. It boasts an impressive turnover of approximately 50 crore rupees annually. But it's not just about revenue, it's about social impact. The society ensures regular employment for thousands of weavers, many from economically vulnerable backgrounds. It does this by supplying them with raw materials, paying fair wages for their exquisite finished goods, and then diligently marketing these products.
So it covers the whole chain, really.
Pretty much. Its reach is extensive. It operates through 40 production centers and a network of 43 owned sales outlets, plus 11 sales representatives both within and outside Odisha. They also actively participate in various expos and exhibitions, bringing Bargarh's unique handloom traditions to a broader national, maybe even international audience.
That's a massive operation supporting so many lives. How many weavers are we talking about directly? And what's the sheer scale of their production? And what about quality and innovation? Given the reputation of Sambalpuri Saris, that must be key.
Huge numbers. The society supports a substantial community, 5,628 highly skilled weavers, operating 5,365 looms directly under its centers. Beyond that, it collaborates with many more weavers from 90 associated primary handloom societies across the state. In terms of sheer volume, its production accounts for about one-fourth of the total handloom production of the entire state under the cooperative fold.
Wow, one-fourth. That makes it one of the largest primary weavers co-ops in the country then.
Exactly. A true powerhouse of traditional craft. And yes, quality and innovation are absolutely central. They have their own dyeing unit right there in Bargarh, dyeing about 200 bundles of gray yarn daily, ensuring consistent color supply. Crucially, the colors used are AZO-free, meaning they're free from certain potentially harmful synthetic dyes. Good for weavers, good for the environment.
That's important. Sustainable practices.
Definitely. And these dyes also boast high fastness, meaning the colors stay vibrant, don't bleed easily. There's a dedicated quality control section, too, ensuring only defect-free products reach the market. High standards are maintained. And the product diversity is astounding, over 3,000 varieties of items listed. Their renowned Kai and dye design series, obviously, but also dhotis, lungies, napkins, bed covers, furnishing materials, dress materials, using cotton, mercerized silk, tessar yarns.
So constantly evolving, not just sticking to the classics.
Right, they're not resting on their laurels. They recently developed 167 new designs under the Design Reference Collection of Odisha Handloom, and they collaborated with 5 internationally renowned designers. Mr. Bibhu Mohapatra, Mr. Rajesh Pratap Singh, Mr. Rakesh Kumar Thakur, Mrs. Anjali Kalia, and Nazarata Kapoor Chisti. These innovative designs apparently got a very positive market response, showing that dynamic blend of tradition and contemporary appeal, adapting heritage to modern tastes. And this deep commitment to handloom, its national significance, was also powerfully highlighted by a major event Bargarh recently hosted, the National Handloom Summit 2024, a significant 2-day event bringing together weavers, sellers, buyers, trainers from all across the country.
Ah, okay. When was this?
This was in early 2024. It was jointly organized by the State Handlooms Department, the Western Odisha Development Council, and the Bargarh administration. The theme was perfectly chosen, a weave of culture and legacy. Really encapsulates the spirit of the craft.
That sounds like a powerful theme indeed. What were the key objectives and discussions? Was it purely about commerce, or were there broader cultural and social aspects involved?
Oh, it was holistic, far beyond just commerce. The primary objective was to introduce handloom products from Odisha, particularly Western Odisha, those Pacific styles like Habaspuri, Bamkai, Pachapali, Sambalpuri Banda, to a national audience. Boost their recognition and market reach. The summit featured a series of really engaging panel discussions covering critical aspects, deep dives into preserving handloom heritage, exploring methods for recycling textiles for sustainability, revitalizing age-old traditions, ensuring that craft endures.
And the social dimension.
Yes, a significant focus was placed on the power of women collectives in the handloom sector. Speakers, prominent figures like Kiran Bishnoi from Invest India, Prerna Agarwal from Somakya, National Awardee Master Weaver Sukanti Mayer, Ankita Sachdev of Nona Lifestyle, Shibani Mishra, a consultant to SIDBI, discussed this. They delved into the pivotal role of women self-help groups, SHGs, those grassroots collectives, and other collectives in empowering livelihoods through handloom practices, often with crucial support from organizations like SEBI FMC, OLM, Odisha Livelihoods Mission, and ORMOS, Odisha Rural Development and Marketing Society.
It's fantastic to see such a strong focus on women's empowerment and preserving tradition. Did they also discuss how handlooms are adapting to modern times, making these crafts relevant for contemporary fashion?
Absolutely. Panelists thoroughly explored adapting handlooms to contemporary fashion, how to seamlessly integrate these beautiful fabrics into modern wardrobes, and innovative ways to foster artisan empowerment through enterprises that bridge tradition with market demands. Sustainability was another key discussion, covering vital practices like natural dyeing techniques, using renewable energy in production, and strategic ways to maintain sustainability amidst market shifts.
Sounds like a really comprehensive summit. Any particular highlights mentioned?
Yeah, a few memorable ones. A fashion show featured the actress and climate activist Dia Mirza, draped in a stunning red Bomkai sari. Great visibility. There was also a Hall of Fame showcasing national award-winning designs, curated by weavers from Western Odisha districts, the pinnacle of craftsmanship. And underscoring the living legacy, four of Odisha's own celebrated award-winning master weavers, Govardhan Panika, Chatubhuj Meher, Gajam Govardhan, and Surendra Meher, participated as panelists, sharing their invaluable expertise.
Wow, bringing the masters themselves into the discussion.
Exactly. The scale of the event was massive, touted as one of the largest handloom events in India. Thousands of stakeholders from within and outside the state, 50 exhibitors from 20 different states. It powerfully amplified Bargarh's identity as a preeminent handloom capital, not just regionally but nationally.
That's a powerful statement about the vibrancy of the handloom industry. Are there other traditional crafts that contribute to Bargarh's rich cultural and commercial tapestry beyond textiles?
Yes, beyond the dominant handloom industry, Bargarh also has a historical tradition of other skilled craftsmanship. The region is known for its brass workers, locally called karurars, and kansaris. These artisans meticulously create various household and ornamental items, traditional lotas, bowls, basins, plates, elaborate lampstands, intricate metalwork. Apparently, some may have migrated during past hardships, but the skill remains a cherished part of the local heritage. Similarly, goldsmiths or sonaris have long practiced their craft in Bargarh, creating beautiful gold and silver ornaments, central to local customs and celebrations. These traditional crafts, though perhaps not on the same industrial scale as handloom, are vital threads in the overall cultural and commercial fabric of Bargarh, a legacy of skilled artistry.
Bargarh is clearly vibrant today, but you mentioned its roots run incredibly deep. Let's really dig into those historical layers now. What does the distant past tell us about this region? How far back does its story actually go?
Oh, it stretches back millennia, truly painting a picture of continuous human occupation. It's situated strategically on the left bank of the Jera River, right? And archaeological evidence strongly suggests very early human activity. We're talking findings like distinct ringstones from the Stone Age, various stone implements, scattered iron slags.
Iron slag, so early metalworking, perhaps?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
Indicates a prehistoric human presence, early tool making, maybe rudimentary metalworking. More recent anthropological surveys have uncovered fascinating rock art in the Bargarh caves and around the Barapahar Hill, hints at ancient artistic expression, spiritual lives. And what's really intriguing are these wall-like rock fixations on the Gandhardhan Hills,
Wall-like. Man-made.
interpreted by some as megalithic cultural findings, locally known as Buzjard. Tradition attributes them to Bojaj Deo, the fifth Chauhan Raja of Patna, around the mid-15th century. So you have this blend of prehistoric and protohistoric evidence underscoring a long, continuous human story. During the protohistoric period, Bargarh was part of the expansive Kosala state, specifically Dakshin or South Kosala. Then in the historical period, say 300 to early 5th century AD, the area seems to have been under the Nala dynasty and later the Sarvapuriya dynasty, a succession of powerful regional kingdoms.
That's a truly ancient and diverse past. But what about specific periods of remarkable prosperity or cultural flourishing? Was there a true golden age for Bargarh, a time when it perhaps shone brightest?
Indeed, there was a period of extraordinary brilliance. The present site of Bargarh was known as Ratna Bandar.
Mandar means treasure house, right?
Exactly, a powerful name. This was during the reign of Mahasemagupta Balarjuna, roughly 595–655 AD. This significant detail comes from newly discovered copper plates found at Sirpur, shedding crucial light on this period of immense prosperity and cultural dynamism. This era is widely considered the golden age of the Somavansas, characterized by incredible wealth, pomp, grandeur, a flourishing society.
What made it so golden? Just wealth.
Wealth, but also culture and, interestingly, religious harmony. Mahasemagupta Balarjuna himself was known for his eclectic ideas and a very liberal attitude towards all religions. He was an ardent follower of Saivism, patronized Saiva acharyas, built temples. But his own mother was devoted to the Vaisnava faith.
Wow, diversity even within the royal family.
Right. And crucially, he made generous donations to Buddhist viharas, respected Buddhist teachers. This inclusive, tolerant approach led to a significant revival of Mahayana Buddhism. There's evidence like ancient Buddhist monasteries and sculptures found in a belt from Bishapur block to Paikamal block. This region, specifically around Ruzukanath, is widely believed to be the Polomolokeli, or Paramalagiri, mentioned by the famous Chinese Buddhist monk Huensang.
That's a fascinating connection. Hinsang mentioned this area, and this golden age must have left its mark on arts and architecture, too.
Absolutely. This era marked a true golden period in the art of Mahakosala. It saw the erection of numerous impressive brick-built temples. Examples can still be admired in places like Karod, Pujoripalli, Siri Narayan, Rajim, Sripura, a distinct architectural style. Furthermore, the art of casting bronze images flourished. Remarkable craftsmanship. These figures exhibit simplicity, grandeur, decorative invention characteristic of what's known as Pandava or Somavansis art. So Bargarh, or Ratnabandar then, wasn't just economically prosperous, it was a vibrant hub of artistic and religious innovation. Wealth, faith, and creativity converging.
From this ancient prosperity, how did the region evolve under different dynasties and forms of governance? It seems like a place continuously important to various rulers.
Yeah, the name itself tells a story. An 11th century AD inscription reveals the original name as Bargarh Kota. The name Bargarh is widely believed to have originated later, during the time of Balaram Dev, the Chauhan king of Sambalpur. He reputedly made it his temporary HQ and constructed a large fort near the Jira River for protection. Highlights its strategic value.
A fort. Makes sense. Any other major dynasties involved?
Well, the region also experienced Rashtrakuta rule. There's evidence from a copper plate grant found in Banda, in the Bargarh subdivision, issued from Vagarakota, identified as Bargarh in 1130 AD by someone linked to the Rashtrakuta royal family. Shows its inclusion in broader imperial networks. Later, Narayan Singh, the last Chauhan king of Sambalpur, made a significant land grant of the entire Bargarh area to two Brahmin brothers, Krishna Das and Narayan Das, known as the Sirkata Grant. Shows evolving administration, importance of land grants, and shaping local power.
Interesting. And you mentioned the unique area earlier, the Padampur subdivision.
Ah yes, the Padampur subdivision known as the Borasambar region. It was the headquarters of a vast samandari over 2,000 square kilometers, rich feudal history, notably associated with a tribal leader from the Binjal family, known as Paparia. And there's this captivating local tradition tells of 12 archer brothers from this family whose arrows miraculously flew all the way to Puri, got stuck in the Jagannath temple door. That's the legend. The Raja of Puri, unable to remove them, recognized their strength and made them rulers of the Danakaranya forest tract. It's this unique blend of local legend and historical governance that really speaks to the distinct character of the region.
That's a rich history of rulers and unique local traditions. Beyond dynastic shifts, how did Bargarh fare during critical periods like the freedom struggle? And what about social development, challenges like famine?
The region played a significant, often heroic role in India's freedom struggle. The legendary hero Veer Surendra Sai.
Ah, very famous name in Odisha's history.
Indeed. He famously led his war against the British from Debagarh, a peak in the Barapahad Range, a natural fortress. His determined fight, particularly after 1857, was a remarkable chapter in India's quest for freedom, fierce local resistance, and the Barabakara, that system of 12 natural caves we'll probably talk about later, served as a vital secret meeting place for freedom fighters, underscores its strategic importance in the resistance.
So a history of resistance, but also hardship. You mentioned famines.
Yes, Bargarh's history is also marked by severe hardships and incredible resilience. The region endured devastating famines, 1834-1845, the infamous Na-Anka famine of 1877-78, which had a profound impact, and again in 1886, 1897, 1900. These recurring events hit the financial backbone of the entire Sambalpur region hard, highlights the vulnerability of an agrarian society.
Terrible. Were there efforts towards social development amidst these challenges?
Yes, notable efforts. The American Friend Service Society initiated missionary activities in Diptapur, east of Padampur, starting in 1956. Their work was multifaceted, focused on improving lives through health services, starting with a dispensary, expanding to a small hospital by 58. They also contributed to education in ME school, adult education to boost literacy. In agriculture, they actively helped cultivators by introducing innovative hand pumps for irrigation, directly boosting productivity. And a particularly interesting contribution was their introduction of the Barpali latrine system and modern vegetable farming techniques in the Barpali area. Very pragmatic commitment to public health and sustainable farming.
Wow. So a complex past, fierce resistance, enduring resilience, progressive social initiatives all woven together.
Exactly. Paints a very vivid and compelling picture.
Okay, we've explored Bargarh's historical journey, from ancient prosperity to its role in the freedom struggle. That history has undoubtedly shaped its present. So, how does a place with such a rich past celebrate its modern identity? Let's dive into the cultural heartbeat of Bargarh, its renowned festivals and sacred sites.
Yeah, the cultural vibrancy of Bargarh is truly epitomized by its festivals, particularly the globally renowned Dhanu Yatra. This isn't just a local event, it's widely considered the world's largest open-air theater, a truly unique spectacle.
The world's largest, how does that work?
Well, it's celebrated annually every winter, an immersive 11-day open-stage dramatization of the Krishna Lila. What makes it so utterly unique is that virtually the entire town of Bargarh and an 8-kilometer radius around it transforms into the sprawling stage for this epic performance.
The whole town, like people's houses, streets.
Essentially, yes. The universal theme is the triumph of good over evil, a timeless narrative. The mythological story of Krishna unfolds from his parents' marriage, Devaki and Vasudev, right up to the dramatic deaths of the tyrannical King Kancha. During these 11 days, Bargarh town meticulously becomes the mythological city in Mathura. The Jir River symbolically turns into the sacred Yamuna, and Ambapali, a ward of Bargarh municipality, transforms into Gopapur. And the character of Kancha, played by a theater artist, literally rules over it, interacting with the public.
Wow. That sounds incredible. Interactive, living mythology.
Exactly. The boundaries between audience and performer, reality and mythology, completely blur. It's an experience unlike anything else. This immersive, expansive festival has earned it the distinction of being officially declared a National Festival of India, draws crowds and attention from far and wide, a remarkable cultural phenomenon.
Absolutely incredible. Hard to even imagine. What about other significant cultural celebrations? Is there anything else that truly defines the region's cultural calendar?
Oh yes. Another cornerstone, not just for Bargarh, but all of Western Odisha, is Nuakai. This is the most important annual harvest festival. So significant, it's a regional public holiday. The name itself, Nua, meaning new, and Kai, meaning to eat, perfectly encapsulates its essence. It marks the joyous consumption of the first harvested crops, a collective act of gratitude.
When is it celebrated?
Traditionally on the Bhadrapada Shukla Pantami Tithi, which is the day following Ganesh Chaturthi, it's predominantly celebrated across all those Western Odisha districts we mentioned: Bargarh, Sambalpur, Bolangir, Sundargarh, Sonapur, Kalhandi, Noapala, Bud, Malik subdivision of Angul. Its cultural reach even extends into Karkand, and it's a major festival for tribal communities too. Deep regional roots.
What's the origin and deeper significance of Nukai? It sounds like more than just a harvest festival, like you said about Dhanu Yatra.
You're right, it's far more. It's a profound cultural anchor. Nuakai's origins are deeply rooted. Some trace it back to the Vedic period's Panchajanya agricultural community ceremony. Ancient lineage. The oral tradition for the organized festival itself dates back to the 12th century AD, symbolizing Sambalpuri culture and heritage, a living link to the past. Apparently, Raja Ramaideo, a Chauhan tribal chief of Bolangir, actively promoted Nuakai to encourage agriculture and boost the state's economy. Shows its historical connection to prosperity. But at its heart, it's a profound festival of thanksgiving for food, especially vital for farming communities.
How do people celebrate it? What are the rituals?
It follows specific, heartfelt rituals that bind communities. The auspicious date is traditionally chosen by the village head or priest, ensuring communal harmony. The first ritual involves offering the new crop, the Nabana, to Ma Samalaswati, the revered Devi of Western Odisha. Prasad is prepared at the head priest's residence, a sacred first offering. After this devotion, the food is joyfully distributed and eaten together by the people. A communal feast. Families wear new clothes, symbolizing renewal. Rituals are performed at home for household deities, and Lakshmi, goddess of wealth, seeking prosperity.
Sounds very community-focused.
Very much so. And a crucial, beautiful ritual is Nuakai Juhar. Youngsters respectfully touch the feet of elders to seek blessings. Friends and relatives greet each other by folding hands. It's a gesture that profoundly fosters mutual love, understanding, strengthens social bonds. And traditional Sambalpuri dances, Dalkai, Sajani, Razarkali, Malajada, Naknya, Chutkuchuta, Bhajnia, and vibrant singing are central. Pure joy and cultural expression.
So it cuts across society.
Absolutely. Celebrated across all socioeconomic strata, and by the Western Odisha diaspora globally, reflecting its deep cultural resonance. For tribal communities, it's especially significant as they harvest specific early crops like kudo millet, mandaya, finger millet, janjala pearl millet, or new quick-maturing paddy varieties. It symbolizes their direct connection to the land. Nuakai truly emphasizes agriculture's importance and powerfully strengthens community bonds. And many temples across the region are essential to Nuakai. Manikeswari in Kalahandi, Kaleshwari in Titlagar, Samaleswari in Sambalpur, Sureswari in Sonapur, Bataneswari in Balangaro. Even the royal family in Sundagar has a unique tradition worshipping goddess Sekar in a special temple only open during Nuakai. Adds to its mystique.
Beyond these two giants, Dhanu Yatra and Nuakai, what other cultural festivals or unique traditions does Bargarh celebrate? It sounds like a region where culture is truly a living, breathing part of daily life.
You're absolutely right. Culture is deeply embedded. Bargarh's calendar is rich with other vibrant festivals, too. There's Jugar Jatra, a significant cultural festival held in Kuchapalli, Bargarh district. It's a vital way of celebrating and passing down heritage, featuring folk performances, traditional music, vibrant dance. It actively involves local artisans and craftspeople, giving them a platform, promoting indigenous crafts, offering economic support.
So it supports the artists, too.
Exactly. Its activities are documented and promoted for cultural preservation and wider recognition. Jugar Jatra has even expanded beyond Bargarh, attracting over 200 Jugars performances or participants from outside the district, including Chhattisgarh, neighboring states, shows its growing influence. Its Silver Jubilee was back in 2009, indicating a long-standing tradition.
It truly sounds like a year-round celebration of culture. Are there any other notable religious festivals or sacred sites visitors should know about? Places reflecting the spiritual depth of Bargarh.
Indeed. The spiritual landscape is dotted with revered sites and festivals central to people's lives. The Sri Shyam Mandir in Bhatli is believed to be one of the most popular Shyam Mandirs after the famous Khatu Shyamji. Draws pilgrims from all over India, especially during Shyam Mahotsav. Bhatli village itself is noteworthy large Brahmin and Kulta population, features a beautiful modern Dadhivamana Vishnu temple with exquisite wall paintings depicting Puranic stories, art, and spirituality.
Okay, what else?
Then there's Mahashivaratri of Kedarnath, celebrated with immense fervor at the Kedarnath temple, about 35 kilometers from Bargarh town, foothills of Barapahar. Devotees fast, stay awake all night, immersed in prayers, enjoying cultural programs, deeply spiritual communal, observed in all Shiva temples across Bargarh. Sital Sasti of Barpali, about 19 kilometers south of Bargarh, is another major annual celebration. Marks the marriage of Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati. Huge gathering, vibrant mobile yatra, folk dances, cultural programs. Considered the second biggest Sital Sasti yatra after Sambalpur. Bargarh town celebrates it too.
A lot connected to Shiva and Parvati.
Yes. And the Bali Yatra of Kunpali is celebrated on the serene sandbed of the Jira River at Kunpali on Kartika Purnima. Lord Shiva is worshipped, trade fairs are held alongside, a unique blend of spiritual observance and communal commerce, considered one of Odisha's best festivals. For those seeking spiritual practice, the Bargarh Yoga Ashram, Niranandananda Yoga Sansthan, associated with the Bahar School of Yoga, was established in Bargarh town in 2010. Offers daily yoga, evening chanting meditation following the Satyananda system, space for holistic well-being.
Any specific temples linked to particular communities or unique rituals?
Yes, several. The Balunkeswar Shiva temple in Gaisama, revered as one of the 8 Sambhus. The Ramachandi Durga temple in Kamgan, highly venerated by the Kultas community, shows specific community allegiances. In Kumvari, ancient temples to Mahadeva, Shiva, and Jagannath. In Kuruan, the Maheswari Uma temple is highly venerated by Dumals, known for a unique Durgastami ritual. A priest is believed to be possessed, takes out sacred mahu wood, stakes a powerful, somewhat mystical display of faith. This whole array really highlights the spiritual depth and cultural richness permeating life in Bargarh.
A place with such deep cultural and economic roots must also be blessed with some spectacular natural beauty, right? What truly stands out in terms of Bargarh's natural wonders and its potential as a tourism destination?
You are absolutely right. Bargarh is truly blessed with stunning natural beauty, offers a unique blend of adventure, spirituality, tranquility for visitors. One of its most captivating natural wonders is the Barbakara Waterfall and Cave, a true marvel. Combines raw scenic beauty with historical and cultural significance, creates a really rich experience.
Barabakara, those were the caves used by freedom fighters.
That's the one. Located in western Odisha, relatively remote, which helps it maintain an untouched, pristine charm. Appeals to nature lovers. Best time to visit is during the monsoon and post-monsoon, say July to November. Waterfalls in full flow, greenery is incredibly lush, but September to March is also highly recommended. Cooler weather.
How accessible is Barbakara, and what's the experience like when you get there, the atmosphere?
Reachable by road from Bargarh. Nearest bus stop is Ambapona, 20 kilometers away. Nearest railway station is Bargarh itself, about 48 kilometers airports. Raipur, 250 kilometers of Bhubaneswar, 357 kilometers. Harsuguda, 151 kilometers. The natural beauty is stunning. Thick forests, rolling hills, picturesque backdrop, varied flora, fauna, birds, butterflies, plants. Great for naturalists. What's most striking is the quiet. Often the only sound is the water. Truly serene, ideal for peace and contemplation.
And the waterfall itself.
As you approach, the sound gets louder. Then you see it water tumbling down rocky cliffs, spraying fine mist. Breathtaking. The area is excellent for trekking, invigorating walks. Immense potential for photography, filmmaking, dramatic landscapes, play of light in the cave. But caution needed. Rocks can be slippery, especially in monsoons. The cave adds that element of exploration, historical wonder. Need comfortable packing trekking shoes, light clothes, raincoat in rainy season. Bring snacks, water, it's remote. Respect local culture, environment, no littering, don't disturb wildlife. Open generally 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
It sounds like a perfect escape, where history and nature merge. Are there other significant natural areas or wildlife sanctuaries offering similar experiences?
Yes, Bargarh is also home to the Bargarh Wildlife Sanctuary, recognized as one of Odisha's hidden gems. Blessed with profound scenic beauty, historical resonance. It's a haven for a wide range of wildlife: leopards, spotted deer, numerous migratory birds, fantastic for wildlife observation, photography. Visitors can trek, take nature walks, even camp amidst lush surroundings, full immersion in nature.
And the history connection there.
Historically significant, yes. It was a formidable stronghold for the Rajas of Sambalpur, famously a rebel stronghold, Veer Surendra's size base against the British. Today, it proudly functions as a crucial tiger sanctuary, vital for conservation, protecting iconic wildlife.
That's a powerful combination. Any other sites blending nature with cultural or spiritual importance, offering a well-rounded experience.
Indeed. The Nrsimhanath Temple and Nature Camp offers another such unique combination. Spirituality meets stunning natural landscapes. The temple itself, a hidden gem dedicated to Lord Nrsimha, beautifully situated amidst the picturesque Gandhamardan Hills. Adjacent, the Nrsimhanath Nature Camp provides comfortable accommodation. AC double-bedded suites around Rs 4,500 day, excluding tax for 2 adults, includes meals, convenient stay, extra person for 18 years, around Rs 1,000 day.
When's the best time to visit there? And accessibility.
Camp's open 24 hours. Best time is really all year round, depending on weather preference, lush monsoons, or cooler dry season. Accessibility. Nearest bus stop, Bargarh, 112 kilometers. Nearest railway, Courier Road, 42 kilometers. Airport's Bhubaneswar, 406 kilometers. So a rewarding destination for those willing to travel a bit.
And what about other attractions around the Nrsimhanath Nature Camp? Does it serve as a base for exploring more?
It absolutely does. It's surrounded by several popular tourist attractions, making it an excellent hub. Besides Nrsimhanath Temple itself, you can explore Papanga Hill, Buddharaja Mountain for scenic views, treks. Bargarh Wildlife Sanctuary is conveniently nearby for more wildlife. Other cultural religious sites: Patharsani Temple, Buddha Bihar, Buddhist Temple, Bindipasini Temple, Swapneswar Temple, Bharadabalangswar Temple. For waterfall lovers, Opkol Waterfalls is another nearby natural wonder, especially after rains. Makes Nrsimhanath a versatile destination: spiritual journeys, nature adventures. Finally, a lesser-known spot mentioned is Ranachwan, described simply as a hidden gem. Beautiful. Hits that even more unexplored natural beauty waiting to be discovered. #outro.
So what does this all mean? Our deep dive into Bargarh has truly revealed a remarkable, complex place. From origins in the Stone Age, its golden age as Ratnabandar, to its modern role as the agricultural rice bowl and artistic city of handloom. Bargarh is a vibrant microcosm of India's incredible diversity, a place where the ancient and the modern really coalesce.
Yeah, if you connect this to the bigger picture, Bargarh powerfully showcases how a region can simultaneously be this powerhouse of agriculture and industry, a living museum of ancient history, and a vibrant canvas of deeply rooted cultural traditions. It really can do all those things. It's a place where the pulse of ancient festivals like Dhanu Yatra and Nuakai beats strong right alongside innovative efforts in handloom and modern industrial development. It's a testament to enduring identity.
You've definitely gained a comprehensive understanding, I think, of a region that's not just significant for Odisha, but offers profound insights into India's unique blend of heritage and progress. We've seen how communities, industries, natural wonders intertwine to create an identity that is truly distinctive and resilient.
Which raises, I think, an important question for you to mull over. Despite its many hidden gems and its significant contributions to India's economy and culture, Bargarh somehow managed to retain such a profound sense of local identity and tradition, especially in an increasingly globalized, maybe homogenizing world. What unique lessons can we draw from this delicate balance? And maybe more importantly, how can other regions learn to foster such enduring cultural vitality and communal strength in the face of rapid change? Something to think about.